Okay, I know that it's been a while, but Project Lifesize this week has been responding to an article in Men's Health, and I feel it's important that I make my own response to it. The article is entitled, "I Hate Fat People," and I'll link it in the description. Since reading this article on Monday, I've talked to a few of my friends about it, and I've got the same response from all of them. "Oh, but Liz, you're not fat." And as much as this is a nice thing for them to say, I have to disagree. I will always be considered chubby before I am considered skinny. And this has always been a hard topic for me because it's actually taken me a very, very long time to be accepting of the way that I look. But now I'm at the point in my life where I like the way that I am. I don't think I'm a complete train wreck, and trust me, that is a huge leap forward from the way I felt when I was 16. And so when I read this article, I don't like to think that I get emotional about stuff that I read, but I really, really wanted to kick something in the shins. This article made me upset in a way that's really difficult to articulate, but when I was growing up, I always felt that the reason people might not like me is because of my size. Not any personality flaws, but because of my physical appearance. People wouldn't want to be friends with me because they wouldn't want to be seen with me. And it took me a long time to realize that the reason I might not have had friends was my self-confidence, the way that I felt about the way I looked, as opposed to the way other people felt about the way I looked. And the reason this article upset me was because it felt like my 16-year-old brain was suddenly getting justified that people didn't like me because I'm chubby. I was talking to some of my friends about it, and we all agreed that Men's Health magazine has a certain kind of clientele, so maybe, yeah, for these guys who are spending 50 hours a week on their bodies and this is the end of the world, dating a fat chick. And I feel this article was meant to make me feel bad about myself. I feel like it was meant for me to give up hope. But here's the thing. I believe that someday I will find a guy who loves me for me. I will find a guy who loves me because I love my friends and because I'll do anything for my family. Because I'm passionate about theater and traveling and Harry Potter. Because I have beautiful eyes and a nice smile. Because I find advertising fascinating and know a million useless facts. Because I am so incredibly driven to become a stage manager. Because I talk too much, too loud, and too fast. Because I read like a fiend and I'm a dog person. Because I am a kind and loving person. And not because I don't fit into a size 4. If you know someone kicks puppies in litters, then you can dislike them, but you can't dislike people just walking down the street because they happen to get in your line of vision and you don't like what you see. I like who I am and I like what I look like, and it's taken me a very, very long time to feel this way, so forgive me if this article does not make me want to starve myself and go out for a 10-mile run tomorrow. And shame on you for trying to make me feel ashamed of who I am. So I'm sorry, Mr. Writer Man, but if you're gonna hate me because I'm fat, then you'll forgive me if I dislike you because you're shallow.